After 2 decades of daytime television, I think I've about heard it all when it comes to marriage, infidelity, and intimacy. But there's a culture shift going on that's very disturbing. So let's go behind the headlines and get the real story. So here are a few headlines to consider. Can the secret lives of Mormon wives change a conservative religious culture? What is a soft swap? How Secret Lives of Mormon Wives sheds light on a surprising relationship trend. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives brings the dark side of tradwife culture to light. Now, on the surface, this is tabloid fodder, which has little place on the real story. But there's something beneath the surface that needs to be addressed. So let's talk about the background here a little bit. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is a reality television series that premiered on Hulu in September of last year. It became Hulu's most watched unscripted season premiere of the year. It stars a group of Mormon mom influencers, collectively known as hashtag MomTalk.
Mom Talk has gotten to a really hostile point.
I truly view Taylor as a liability.
What sparked the show? Well, one of the moms, Taylor Frankie Paul, announced getting a divorce via TikTok live.
Regardless, Tate and I are getting divorced. We played with fire and we got burned.
She disclosed that she and her husband, Tate Paul, had been engaged in soft swinging. She said, "All of my dirty secrets are out and I have nothing to hide anymore. We partied. We were intimate with other people." Why are we even talking about this? Well, first off, what's soft about that? What's soft about I don't get the soft part of that.
Haven't you ever tried it?
No, is it soft?
We need to stop subsidizing societally destructive behavior. We need to speak up for marriage as defined by the union of two people. And the definition of open marriage, which those seem to me to be contradictory terms. Open marriage. Those just don't go together. But the way it's defined, depending on who you're talking to, is an intimate relationship that is sexually non-monogamous. A polyamorous relationship means having multiple romantic partners at the same time with the knowledge and consent of everyone involved, also known as consensual non-monogamy, CSM. What are we teaching our children? According to a 2017 research project, 1 out of every 5 single adults in America have participated in CNM, consensual non-monogamy. I don't know whether I believe that, and if I don't believe it, I don't know whether I think it's higher or whether I think it's lower. Are people just like, hey, listen, this is anonymous, I'll dismark it? Or are people thinking, yeah, I'm not sure this is anonymous, I'm going to underreport this? More than half of Gen Zers want an open relationship. The Gen Z polled were all users of Ashley Madison, a dating site for married people that encourages affairs, which in itself is an issue. Why should we care about this? Open marriages, I'm just quoting this, I'm not using that term as my own, because I don't think there is such a thing as an open marriage. But to the extent that people convince themselves that that's a thing, they are psychologically damaging. There are several studies from 1974 to 2000 that prove this. It results in feelings of relationship anxiety, fear, jealousy. The secondary partners often decide they want more out of the relationship, and so that creates problems. Marriage should be curative and healing, something unique and important, a partner you feel safer with than anybody else in the world. This is your soft place to fall. This is the person you go to that you can trust and share with, that you do things with this person that you don't do with anybody else in the world. And I don't mean just physically. I'm talking about your innermost thoughts, feelings, beliefs, transparencies. An open marriage is just an oxymoron. There was an article in Psychology Today on October 21 that you should read that reports these things that I'm just relating to you. Sustainable love needs boundaries. The article talks about that. Through the challenges and rewards of a monogamous relationship, you create lasting love. You go through ups, you go through downs, you learn that you can bounce back from things. Marriages won't tolerate selfishness, neediness, or disloyalty. It punishes those who refuse to abide by its strict demands for integrity, personal responsibility, being honest, and having a commitment that goes beyond convenience. There just is a standard that you don't have in any other relationship. And people will say, well, isn't there polygamy in the Bible? Well, yes, but there were particular purposes during biblical times. If we were ever going to grow our society, our species, you had to have a different model then than you do now. And the Bible makes the point to show they were unpleasant. Abraham, Sarah, Hagar, Jacob, Rachel, and Leah in Genesis. Therefore, a man leaves his father and mother and cleaves to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. Biblical scholars note the verse states a man should cleave to his wife. Marriage indicating only one, his wife. And the Hebrew phrase, al-khan, therefore indicates this is for all humanity to follow. Look, I think that this is just people entertaining themselves with kind of hedonistic views at the time. There's potential for abuse. The well-being of children is obviously not being considered. It's very confusing for them. I just think this is something that, like a lot of things right now, are just kind of making up subjective rules. It's like, well, we'll just kind of do what feels good in the moment. But it's not good for family, and that's not good for society. The backbone of any society is the family unit. And if the family unit gets redefined, gets eroded, that's not good. It's not good for society. It's not good for this country. It doesn't work. I've been in this field for over 45 years, and I have run into this many times over those years. Not one time have I ever, in my experience, seen an open marriage work. I've had a lot of come in and they say, hey, listen, we're the exception that proves the rule. We have this worked out. Spend one night with him, one night with her, then the next one we come together. We're just a unit. We love each other. We're all happy. We're all great. Never seen one of them work long term. Ever, never, ever. Now, traditional marriages have their problems too, but this is very high risk, and I've never one time seen one work. So if you're getting pitched this as an alternative to your traditional marriage, I would turn around and walk away. Maybe it seems sexy, avant-garde, forward-thinking. No, doesn't work. And that is the real story. Thank you for watching. Make sure to follow and subscribe to The Real Story. It's available where all podcasts are watched, listened to, and on YouTube. I'll see you next time. Wherever you're getting The Real Story, make sure you subscribe and follow. I'll see you Monday. Hey, Dr. Phil here. My network, Merit TV, has it all.
Now, let me blow your mind.
Merit TV's got the news that matters.
The selection of a new pope.
Entertainment you crave.
Busted. Everybody in a good mood today?
And live events.
Surprise.
What am I, chopped liver?
With serious punch.
Big shot.
Go to merittv.com and download the Merit TV app today.
Your body is a system, and when it's running right, you feel focused, energized, in flow, but sometimes we struggle to find that flow state. Why? Because there's too much static in our system, brain fog, fatigue, and inflammation. The Echo Flask clears the static by infusing your water with molecular hydrogen, a natural science-backed gas that helps your body think sharper, recover faster, and run smoother. This is more than hydration. It's better focus, more energy, faster recovery, less internal stress, and longer-term benefits that keep you sharp. When your water works harder, your whole system does too. Find your flow state with the Echo Flask hydrogen water bottle and get an unlimited supply of hydrogen water at home and on the go. Visit echowater.com/Phil and use code Phil for 10% off. That's echowater.com/Phil. Enter code Phil to save 10%.